Hi everybody, this is Mark Horner, Everett, Washington. Breaking news here in Everett. A long time known business, Judd Black, in this area. I think dating back, I'm told, about 75 years. One of its buildings is burning. It's got at least second alarm is the last I've heard. Waiting for some of you to jump on. The smoke is very prevalent. This is just on the west side of Interstate 5.
What's that fire?
Judd Black.
Judd Black. Wow.
Yeah. And people passing by and speaking, asking questions. We can expect more of that tonight. So I'm at California Street. Again, for those of you just joining, Judd Black is on fire. Back this way? Okay. Being kept back at this distance. As I was driving up on I-5 northbound, I can tell you that this smoke is very much stretching across the interstate as well. So what I may do next, you guys, is walk around the block, but let's see if a few more of you might jump on. Blue says, so sad, hoping all responders are safe. Yeah, from what I was hearing unofficially is they were backing off at one point. For those of you just joining, Judd Black is a furniture and I believe appliance store dating back some 75 years here in Everett. Tape just now going up. I was told not to go past this point. You can see that Marysville, a Tulalip fire. I imagine there are many fire departments on scene from throughout the Snohomish, Everett area. Mark Beamish, nice to have you here. So as we look across the way here, it's hard to make out anything, including what is appears to be nearly a full moon up there. And the smoke is blowing this way, and I'm telling you, it's pretty darn strong. This will be sad news for a lot of folks. It's yet another one of the older buildings in Everett that would be known to many. I think it was just last year we had another old building that at one point was a furniture store burned to the ground as well. The Everett Herald had done a nice write-up about that building a few weeks later. Doreen, hi Mark, thanks for covering this. You're most welcome. Yeah, firefighters are being asked to abandon the structure. I tell you what, the smoke is incredibly thick. It's burning my eyes. As I came up on Interstate 5, I could smell it in my vehicle, no problem. I overshot the exit going northbound, and even when I get off at the next exit, you could definitely smell the smoke up there as well. Ryan Elkins is asking where I am. I'm in California, and I think this might be Walnut or Maple. I think it might be Maple. I'm not sure, but I'm just north of the fire. The fire is just up this way. If you guys enjoy breaking news content on YouTube, I was thinking this is a better signal than what you'll see, a better picture than what you'll see on Periscope. Please consider subscribing or giving this video a thumbs up. Again, this is Mark Horner, live, beyond 90 seconds, live in Everett, Washington. The Judd Black appliance / furniture store is going up in smoke. Ryan Elkins and Andrew Kim are also on scene. Is that in danger of hurting the Highway 2 interchange? It's so close to the Highway 2 interchange. Let me show you the sign. You can see I-5 Highway 2. As I drove northbound and past this, you can clearly see the red lettering on the Judd Black building and all the smoke. just on the, as you're traveling north on the left side of I-5, the west side. But you guys, what I am going to do, there are a lot of toxins to the fire of that kind, no doubt, with the appliances and furniture, and I'm going to change my position. So we're going to leave this the view of the fire. I'm going to walk west. There's clear air. I'm going to go around the block and see if we can get just west of it and then shoot looking eastward. There's an alleyway just up here. So let's take the alley here, and I think we'll get a good view. I can see several people looking on. And this all extends for a considerable height. It doesn't even show up on camera very well, but it's actually moving straight up and then going northward. Northwest is the current direction of the smoke. Yeah, I got off to Everett Avenue. It would have been the Pacific exit had I not missed it the first time. Tell you what, guys, we're gonna go just over here. So now I'm just west of the fire, and actually our view of the building, what's left of it, would be just behind that tree. You can see the fire engine with its ladder up just behind that tree. Down below, I mean, from unofficially what I'm hearing is the firefighters have definitely backed off. We're gonna see if we can get you a better view. So coming up to the next block, I think we'll get a clear shot. Again, if you're just joining, this is Mark Horner live beyond 90 seconds, Everett, Washington, which is about 30 miles north of Seattle. And we have an old building here, but very much in business still. A well-known Judd Black furniture store and I believe appliance building. Look at all the fire apparatus here. So we can definitely see the moon much better because the smoke is not here. The smoke, we're now on the other side of the fire, and the smoke is pushing northward. So we're on the south side of it all now. Tape is down. Okay. And they're not going to let me there, so I'm going to try and cross the road. I still think we can get you guys a better picture. If you're enjoying this coverage, please feel free to share. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, this is going to be a better vantage point. So there's the building right there. So that's Interstate 5 just beyond that sign. We'll stop for a second. So that crossover, I believe, is Interstate 5 right there. So you can just see how close the interstate is to this building. And you can see the Judd Black lettering on the building. Hey guys, Andrew Kim and Ryan Elkins. Hey guys.
How are you?
Good to see you.
It's good to see you here.
Yeah, imagine that. A couple of great guys here locally. Andrew Kim and Ryan Elkins are on scene. It's much better on this side.
Yeah.
I was on the other side and eating smoke. Let me tell you.
Did you get the flame on the other side though? There was some good flame.
I didn't see. I didn't.
15 minutes ago.
I don't think I must have just missed it. And I think when I arrived, though, I could see when I was I overshot the exit off of I-5 northbound. And did you? But I think the letters were lit up.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
They just shut down the power here in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Or so, not even.
Okay. So Ryan's explaining that the letters, my memory was not failing me. They were, the Judd Black letters atop the building were lit up.
Yep.
Ryan's telling me about 10 minutes ago they shut the power off to the building, and that's why.
Power, and because of that, they've also shut off power within the block radius too.
Oh.
So some of the signals and everything within the block radius has been shut off.
Okay.
So.
Hey, can I ask you guys on camera that kind of information? Do you mind?
Sure.
Okay. Well, first of all, go ahead. Andrew, this is Andrew Kim. And Andrew, tell us what you were saying about the power, please.
Well, so essentially what's going on is that the power company, Sound Energy, they shut down power on that particular building, since that eliminates part of the fuel source of the fire too. But as an end result, they also shut off power within a block radius in downtown Everett as well, within the fire area. So there could be some localized power outage probably for like, I honestly don't know how long, but that's where we're looking at the moment. So.
Did you get some flames in your photos?
Not really. There was some heavy smoke within the area. I did take a couple photos within the other side of the scene too before coming back here. So
okay.
So, but I haven't seen any kind of flames. But last I heard on the scanner, there was some heavy flames coming out from the roof at that time, and they were telling the firefighters to back off from doing what they call the offensive fire attack and go defensive, which means they moved all the fire personnel out from the building and fight the fire from the outside.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. I really appreciate it.
No, you're welcome.
Hey, Ryan Elkins is just over here, and Ryan does a good job following breaking news, often on scene, as is Andrew Kim. And Ryan, you were talking about the power. I had remarked that I saw the letters all lit up just about 15-20 minutes ago.
Not even that. They just shut it down just for safety's sake.
They just shut it down about 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, 10 minutes ago, maybe a little less.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you very much, Ryan.
You bet, absolutely.
Appreciate it. So we appreciate Andrew Kim and Ryan Elkins giving us some additional insight just based on what they've been able to observe. What I can tell you, again, we're reporting live from Everett, Washington. This is the Judd Black store. It's like a furniture store / appliance store, I believe. And my friend Dayron Johnson, Snowco_scanner on Twitter, was telling me that they also sold like spare parts, for appliances and so forth, which made it nice as well. And he remembers going there when he was a kid inside the store with his mom. Firefighters apparently have taken a defensive posture, backed off. We don't have anything official yet, but it appears that this is likely to be a loss. A lot of smoke in the area, I can tell you that right off the top. A lot of smoke. And again, the smoke is pushing northward. It's nice to be on this side of the building, the south side, because we're not catching all that smoke. Anyhow, guys, that's what I've got right now. And I think, basically this is going to be a situation where there'll be firefighters and investigators here well into tomorrow morning doing the appropriate investigation, fire marshal's office, etc., to help determine what caused this fire. And then once again, a setback for a historic building and a well-known business in Everett that many families over generations have been to. And Dayron, I want to thank you very much for sharing it just now on Twitter. If you missed this broadcast, please do catch the replay. Once we finish here, it should soon be available for replay. It may take a little bit. It should be a 1080p broadcast that I'm providing to you live from my iPhone. But just to recap, Judd Black, I know earlier it was at least a second alarm fire. This is a furniture slash appliance store building. It's been around for about 75 years in Everett. No word on the cause. When I drove by on Interstate 5, which was only about, I would say, 80 yards at most away when I was in the northbound lanes, because you're looking at Interstate 5 right there, right alongside the building on that overpass. That is Interstate 5. Those would be the southbound lanes and northbound lanes of I-5. When I drove northbound just past this scene about 30 minutes ago, an incredible amount of smoke. I saw no flames at that time, although on earlier tweets there were visible flames, and I can see a glow now. I can definitely see a glow atop the building. You can make out that there is now a glow. It's still to alarm, is what we're getting from Dayron, who's listening to the scanner activity and is very good at monitoring it. A real burner, Dayron says. Thanks, Mark, for reporting. Amy D, you're most welcome. If you like this type of content, please do consider giving this video a thumbs up and maybe even subscribing. On my channel, you'll find breaking news. You'll also find some tips here and there that I plan to do more of in the future regarding photography, live streaming, kind of sharing the knowledge, so to speak, where we collectively come together as a community in the chat and so forth, and comments, and learn together. And when there's breaking news, I can't always be there, and I used to do a lot more of it, but I still plan to get out there and do some as time affords. But I'll be uploading a couple of videos a week, and a live stream will be coming every weekend. I'm just nailing down the details on that. So please subscribe if that all sounds interesting to you. In large part, it's just sharing knowledge, going on adventures, and enjoying each other's company. So I want to thank you very much for checking out this live stream, you guys. It's been a pleasure to have you here. It looks like we got more people jumping on, so I'm going to hang just a little bit longer here. We have fire departments from multiple agencies here in Everett, Washington, which is about 30 miles north of Seattle. That, right over there beyond the sign, that overpass is Interstate 5. When I was on Interstate 5 northbound about 30 minutes ago, I overshot the exit, so I went right by this. And at that time, the letters, those letters, which would normally be neon, I presume, all lit up in red, they were still glowing red, and it said Judd Black. Judd and Black, not the yellow sign with the black text down below, but what was red lettering right on top of the roof there, Judd and Black. It was still lit, but at about 15 minutes ago, I'm told, they shut down the power to the building and the surrounding block. It appears very much so, and we're hearing unconfirmed reports, but very much it appears firefighters have taken a defensive posture. The smoke was, there's just an incredible amount of smoke, but we're on the south side of the building now, so thankfully it's not blowing this way. It's not pushing towards us, it's going in the opposite direction, it's pushing northward, and I can tell you can definitely smell the smoke for some distance away. And of course, as I drove by on Interstate 5, I could smell it. And when I got off on the next exit about a mile north of here, I could still very much smell the smoke. At the beginning of this broadcast, I was on the opposite side of the building, and it was thick smoke. My eyes were burning, it was definitely affecting my throat, and I moved out of there in short order. So now I'm on the good side, if you will, where I'm away from much of the smoke. No word on cause. Of course, it's going to take some time to determine that. Judd Black has been in this area for about 75 years. I don't believe this is the only Judd Black building, but it's one well known to many. Generations of families have gone there, going back to when I was a kid. And my friend Dayron, who's on board here watching right now, Snowco Scanner, he tells me when he was a boy, he would go in there with his mom to do some shopping as well. Well remembers trips to Judd Black. Of course, so much of that type of stuff is done at big box stores and even online now. But so that's kind of a throwback in that respect too. Going to be sad for a lot of people to know that yet another old building and well-known building in Everett, Washington has gone up in smoke. Unlike the building that we saw last year that was near here, I think it might have been on Broadway, which at one point been, I think, a furniture store. That one burned to the ground. This one's still got at least two sides up, if not all four sides up, but it looks like it's just going to have just insurmountable smoke damage. And I strongly suspect, and incredibly unofficial here, I strongly suspect this building is going to be a complete loss. And Dayron, who is at Snowco Scanner, is at Snowco_Scanner, I believe is the correct Twitter handle. He's got an excellent Twitter site. He's been doing live tweeting all night long. He gets great information from the scanners, not scanner apps. He's kind of a tier up on scanners, and he's been a volunteer firefighter himself. He's also got a website where you can listen to this scanner activity. So give him a follow. look him up on Twitter, and I highly recommend him. He's very responsible with the information, knowing when the right time is to release it, knowing not what not to release as well at any given time. We've got what appears to be at least one Seattle area television station here now, and I would imagine there are others in the area. This will probably be in the A block on the 11 o'clock news on Cairo, Como, King, and KCPQ, I would imagine. So again, firefighters in what appears to be a very definitive defensive posture. The power has been turned off in the surrounding area for at least the immediate block, and you can see on top of the building here above, the ladders are up over the fire, just continuing to rain water upon it from their hoses. The weather here is fairly clear, just scattered clouds. You can very much see the moon, unless you've got smoke obstructing it, like I did at the beginning of this YouTube live broadcast. There are fire departments here from several local agencies. It has not impacted traffic on Interstate 5 in terms of blocking interstate traffic, but boy, you can definitely smell the smoke and see the smoke from I-5, which again is that overpass just there. Just there. You can see right there, it says Snohomish East too, so that puts you on the trestle, which takes you towards Lake Stevens and Snohomish, right there. And again, the overpass is Interstate 5. We'll just back it up a little bit more. You can see there's more, a lot of people here. And it's not just like this on this street, it's on all the surrounding streets where there's a view. People have gathered and they are getting their cameras out, getting their phones out. Much like I have, right? And so what's really good about this vantage point is you get the clear look at the building. The smoke was so thick, you guys. Just one block to the left there, one block to the north. That's where I initially approached. I could not even see the building. I could barely make out the ladders above, but that's just how much smoke is out there. And of course, we're talking about furniture. I believe we're also possibly talking about appliances. So as someone duly noted at the beginning of this broadcast in the comments, you know, who knows exactly what's in that smoke. So it's not the kind of stuff you want to have to be breathing in. Daron is spelled D-A-R-O-N, like Daron. You would be tempted to say Darren, and dare I say, I think most people call him Daron, but I asked him the correct way at some point, and he told me it was Daron a few years ago. So I've kind of stuck to it in the interest of being accurate. Thanks, Daron. I appreciate the tip of the hat. So if you want to hang tight, I'll continue just to go around the block towards where I'm parked. I'm going to be on the other side. You'll see the smoke pick up, but we're going to have our view obstructed for the moment because we need to go around the city block, right? And there are several tall buildings here. And the good news is that the air is good on this side. So we're on the west side of the fire. And the road is blocked off right here. The entire block around this fire is affected by being closed. I do not know. I guess obviously this would prevent access to eastbound Highway 2 from within the city of Everett. You could, I believe, get on westbound 2 from Interstate 5, but if you're down here in the city and you want to get on eastbound 2, I should say, if I said westbound I misspoke, eastbound 2, you're not going to be able to do it from there where we were just standing. The PUD is here, the utility company. Again, power has been turned off in the area. Janine says, is that a church in behind? What is that building behind? I don't know. I can tell you just from walking, out here tonight with so much smoke on me from when I first arrived, when I was on that north side of the building. And again, not sure how well it's picking up on camera, but you can definitely see much of that smoke now. So we're walking north now, and the phone doesn't do it justice, but again, it's dark out. The smoke is still billowing out of that roof. You can see how much smoke is being produced. Just a tremendous amount of smoke still from inside that Judd Black building. It's just billowing out of there right now. And while you can make that out, unfortunately you're not going to be able to make out much of what's just continuing to move and spread northward. Again, it's just you can definitely see the lower portion of it hanging there, but this extends what seems to be at least 300-400 feet, I would say. Okay, now we're going to try and cross the road. I think I accessed an alley down this way earlier. Just a tremendous amount of smoke continues to come out of that building. Let's show you this shot from here. I'm going to zoom in. This is a good shot from this perspective. Dayron, I don't know if you can do a screen grab, but that might be a good one to grab and share. Yes, that's the only way to 2 from Everett. Thank you, Amy. You're welcome, Dayron. I don't know how many fire departments are represented here, but I'm going to guesstimate it's at least 5. And just how many apparatus are here, that number's got to be, I would say, at least 20. So this is the general area where we were when we arrived, and there was so much smoke. And again, there is so much smoke here still. My lips are pasty. I can taste it. So this is the view from California Street and Maple Street. California Street and Maple Street. Just across the street here is another Judd Black building. All right, my friends, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank you very much for joining this broadcast. There I am. Didn't know how well it would show up. But I want to say thank you very much for watching this broadcast. I really appreciate it. Judd Black appears to be a total loss here on Hewitt Avenue in Everett, Washington this evening. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this type of content, please do subscribe or give it a thumbs up. Hope to see you again here on YouTube. Thanks again. Have a great evening or a great day wherever you might be. Replay viewers, thank you for watching too. Take care, everybody.